Versatile Mage. Chapter 47. The spirit wolf goes out of control. Definitely not the same level. The upper half of Wang Sanpang's body was covered with blood as he climbed up from the dirt. Zhu Zhaoting remained on the floor, his current situation no different from Mu Bai's. On the other side, the other 5 students had also collapsed on the ground. They were buried beneath the sand and stones, completely unable to get up again. The spirit wolf had suffered some damage, but the injuries were not enough for it to lose any of its combat prowess. The spirit wolf's strength had far surpassed their imaginations. Even if more of them calmed themselves, even if they had 10 or more people, they would still be unable to deal with it. If all 40 of us were to join together and cast our spells, then it's possible that we could win. Bastard, scoundrels, this father will actually die in a place like this. Wang Sanpang cursed. Mo Fan, your fire element is stronger than mine. Quick, make your move. Zhuman yelled out from the side. The only things that could truly damage the spirit wolf were fire burst and lightning strike. However, there were too few fire students. It's no use. This isn't even a one-eyed magic wolf. Mo Fan's eyes were fixated on this special magical beast. A one-eyed magic wolf would only have one eye, but this magical beast had a pair of verdant eyes. Practically every single person had been scared witless by this magical beast, so who would even pay attention to this dreadful creature's characteristics? Save, save, save. Hiyu was crouching there with her face turning extremely pale. It was very clear that the spirit wolf greatly despised those who kept weeping. After it had blown away those students who were able to use magic, its objective once more became Hiyu. Hurry up and run. Mo Fan felt a twitch of disdain. This girl was incurably stupid. Just now, there were other people attacking the spirit wolf, giving her time to run away. However, she actually did not move a single step. This is not good. If this continues, then everyone will die under this magical beast. We have to get rid of this thing. Monkey, are you able to rush forth? Mo Fan had an idea, and hurriedly asked Zhang Xiaohou, who wasn't too far away. Zhang Xiaohou nodded repeatedly. Good. I will attract the attention of the magical beast. When I do that, you must carry me and run toward the cavern. Do you understand? Mo Fan said to Zhang Xiaohou with a serious tone. Brother Fan, what are you planning on doing? Zhang Xiaohou asked. Slaughtering it. Mo Fan clenched his teeth, using the pain to calm himself down. The fire elemental stardust turned into a cosmic space as it swirled around Mo Fan's body. Each of the fire elemental stars finally began to link with one another to become a magical star path at Mo Fan's command. The speed of completing a star path for Mo Fan was very quick. After he connected the 6th star, the 7th and most disobedient star finally acknowledged Mo Fan's command. Completing the star path, the magic was cast. A scorching flame ignited within Mo Fan's fists. The scarlet flame was erupting between Mo Fan's fingers. Fire burst, burning bones. Everything was complete. Mo Fan's hair was fluttering madly from the airflow. As the fierce flame was thrown, the fireball whistled through the air. It flew toward the spirit wolf's massive trunk with extreme accuracy. The fireball's impact was initially silent. After a bit, it looked like a frantically growing scarlet vine. It actually ignited the spirit wolf's body. The intensity of the flame was far more powerful than the fire burst cast by Zhuman. The fierce flames were very bright and also very ferocious. The spirit wolf raised its head and emitted an exceedingly pained howl. The spirit wolf seemed to be in agony, running and rolling around on the ground. Finally, it turned and jumped into the pond. The flames from burning bones didn't dissipate even in the water. The horrifying power of the flame probably burned the spirit wolf's viscera into ashes. Zhuman, Zhang Xiaohou, Wang Sanpang, and Zhang Yinglu saw this scene and were completely dumbstruck. The disorganized elite students who were outside of the mountain pass were also looking at Mo Fan in disbelief. Brother Fan, your fire burst. Zhang Xiaohou looked at Mo Fan, stunned. The power of Mo Fan's fire burst was far stronger than Zhuman's, and even the effects of the flames weren't the same. Zhuman's fire burst was at the scorch level. After the fires struck the spirit wolf's body, all they did was continue searing the surface of its body. This kind of scorching would only burn off the outer layer of the spirit wolf's body and not truly damage its muscles and bones. In contrast, Mo Fan's fire burst looked like it had ignited inside the spirit wolf's body. The effects of everyone's spells together just a while ago didn't look as effective as Mo Fan's single fire burst. On the stone platform, the summoner called Bai Yang creased his brow at this moment. There was a telepathic link between a summoned beast and the summoner. Bai Yang was able to feel the excessive pain his spirit wolf was suffering. He was very clear that the fire burst used by the student had actually thoroughly damaged the spirit beast. Fire burst, burning bones. At this moment, both Chief Instructor Zhang Kong, as well as Tang Yu, revealed astonished looks on their faces. Zhang Kong and Tang Yu were both fire element cultivators. How could they not understand fire's primary spell? The fire element's primary level, fire burst, was divided into 3 levels. The first level of fire burst was known as fire burst, scorch. Scorch was the lowest form of the fire burst. The power it possessed was just quickly igniting the target in order to burn them. However, the second level of fire burst was completely different. Fire burst, burning bones, was as the name implied. After the fireball hit the enemy, flames of an increasingly high temperature would directly ignite from within the enemy's body. It was able to burn even the bones to ashes. The external burns of scorch were unable to deal a lot of damage to the spirit wolf. In one aspect, it was because the students had no idea about where to attack, while in a different aspect, the spirit wolf's fur also possessed a high resistance to magic. Burning bones was completely different. The dreadful flames that came from the internal combustion could very well burn the spirit wolf's insides completely away. This student, what's his name? Zhang Kong came back to his senses, his eyes finally revealing traces of praise. Being able to achieve the second level of fire element spells, this student was remarkable. His name is Mo Fan. Tang Yu's face revealed a slight smile. Mo Fan actually did not let me down. In just a short period of a year, he has already risen to the level of burning bones. The truth is, the first fire burst skill she ever showed the students was actually burning bones. That was why the effects of the flames at that time were far stronger than the ones the students had seen before. This student, we can give him an S. Zhang Kong said with satisfaction. Instructor Luo Yunbo and Vice Instructor Pan Lijun also nodded in agreement. There was barely anyone who could reach this kind of realm within all of Bo City. Suddenly, the summoner called Bai Yang yelled out, "Crap! What is it?" Chief Instructor Zhang Kong demanded quickly. After the spirit wolf jumped into the pond, I don't know why, but for some reason, it is suddenly ignoring me. It seems like I can't control it. Bai Yang said, his face pale. Disgraceful. Didn't I tell you to tame this guy's wild nature? Zhang Kong scolded him sharply. These words from Bai Yang caused Tang Yu, Zhang Jianguo, and Chen Weiliang's faces to shift quickly. Out of control. This spirit wolf's combat prowess was a bit stronger than a one-eyed magic wolf. If he lost control of it, there was no way to know how many students would fall to it. Quick! Go stop it. Not good. It takes some time for us to get there. How could you lose control? Crap, it's over. There's gonna be people dying. Director Chen Weiliang was terrified. The spirit wolf had been lenient with its moves, or else some students would have already died within the cavern. Now, they'd lost control of the spirit wolf. It would now truly start its slaughter. There would only be a few students who would be able to survive. I'm sorry, I don't know why this happened, the summoner Bai Yang mumbled. What's the point of saying that now? Quick, go and rescue them. Zhang Kong shouted angrily. Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.